Making headlines this hour, President Dr. Moizu pledges the swift commencement and completion of several critical development projects in Dangeti Alif Dal Atoll. President Dr. Moizu issues a presidential decree to conduct a referendum on the jurisdiction of Addu City following a petition from some residents requesting changes to the composition of the Addu City Council. In accordance with his pledge, President Dr. Mohammad Moizu designates Kudadu Faru and 2 lagoons as part of Omadu Alif Dal Atoll. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to PSM News in English with me, Minha Maroof. President Dr. Mohammad Moizu launches a high-level tour of the inhabited islands of Alif Dal Atoll, initiating a series of consultations aimed at reinforcing his administration's commitment to decentralized governance and direct community engagement. The visit is part of a broader national program through which the president intends to reach every atoll across the country. By meeting with local governing bodies and residents, the initiative seeks to ensure that national policy reflects the priorities and lived experiences of island communities. During this leg of the tour, President Moizu is scheduled to visit 10 inhabited islands: Dangeti, Digura, Diddu, Femfushi, Mamikili, Hanyamidu, Omadu, Kunburudu, Mahibadu and Mandu. These stops have been selected to facilitate targeted consultations with a diverse cross-section of the South Ari Atoll population. At the heart of the agenda are meetings with island councils and Women's Development Committees, WDCs. These sessions are designed to identify development needs and address issues raised by local constituents. The President will also hold open forums with residents, providing an opportunity to hear directly from citizens about their welfare and aspirations. Joining the President is a senior delegation comprising ministers and officials from various government institutions. Their presence is intended to ensure that feedback gathered during the tour informs coordinated policy responses and accelerates implementation of development initiatives. President Dr. Mohammad Moizu pledges the swift commencement and completion of several critical development projects in Dangeti Alif Dal Atoll, including the long-anticipated dredging project and harbour development, emphasizing that all initiatives will align with the community's wishes. The President's assurances came during a well-attended meeting with residents at the Dangeti School Hall, part of his ongoing 3-day tour of the inhabited islands of Alif Dal Atoll, aimed at fulfilling election promises and understanding local needs firsthand. Highlighting the importance of education, President Dr. Moizu announced the practical work on a new building for the Dangeti School, comprising 10 classrooms and a multi-purpose hall, would begin this year. Awarded to Fahidiri Ulum Corporation (FDC), this project aims to swiftly address existing space constraints and significantly enhance learning facilities. The President also addressed the Dangeti land reclamation project, linking it to the island's housing and economic development needs, which has been awarded to the Maldives Transport and Contracting Company (MTCC). He reaffirmed that the design and planning for the harbour project would be tailored to the specific requirements for the local populace. In a move to boost sports facilities for the youth, President Dr. Moizu committed to developing a modern football ground in Dangeti, with plans to include it in next year's budget. Further pledges included the commencement of the Dangeti Health Centre's extension building this year and the establishment of a dollar ATM on the island before March next year. The President also assured that the construction of the cultural centre in Dangeti, supported by the Government of India, would be expedited. He stressed that these projects are high priorities for his administration and would be made a reality. A special plaque was presented to the President by the people of Dangeti during the meeting, which saw a large turnout from the island, home to over 8,000 residents spread across 25 hectares. These pledges underscore the President's commitment to a nationwide development agenda, which also includes the ongoing initiative to establish outdoor gyms and fitness and recreation centers in various communities. The President, during his visit, witnessed the groundbreaking on the new Dangati Police Station, Council Secretariat Building, Fitness and Recreation Center, along with the official signing of the land reclamation project. He also took time to meet with the members of the Dangati Island Council, the Women's Development Committee, and heads of local institutions to discuss the island's development priorities. President Dr. Moizu assured participants that the government would give due consideration to their concerns. President Dr. Mohammad Moizu announces a transformative set of projects aimed at boosting local tourism infrastructure and drastically improving public services in Digura, Alif Dal Atoll. The announcements made during a meeting with the Digura community as part of his ongoing tour of the atoll, the President underlined the government's commitment to prioritizing development in key tourism islands. Central to the development plan, according to the President, is the establishment of a dedicated convention center in Digura to be included in next year's budget, designed to further expand and professionalize the local tourism sector. Recognizing Digura's status as one of the most extensive local tourism islands in the southern province, President Dr. Moizu stressed the necessity of parallel infrastructure upgrades. This initiative is being paired with the construction of a new school building, with agreements for both the road and school projects formally signed during the visit. Beyond infrastructure, President Dr. Moizu outlined significant social and economic initiatives. In addition to the conversion of the island's health center to a 24-hour operation, he pledged to accelerate the completion of the local mosque and promised the development of a football stadium next year. He said to address the persistent housing crisis, the relevant government agencies will assist in amending the land use plan to allocate at least 50 new plots. Additionally, the 2026 budget will include funds for an accommodation block for non-local employees serving in village institutions, part of the government's new policy initiative. The President concluded his address by noting that the purpose of his atoll visits is precisely to understand local needs and shape government projects accordingly. To cater to the thriving guest house market, which currently features over 35 establishments, the President also confirmed the installation of a dollar ATM early next year. Digura, home to over 700 people, currently boasts a robust capacity for local tourism, a sector the new measures are designed to sustain and expand. The President, during his visit, witnessed the official inauguration of the island's health center's extension building, along with the groundbreaking on the new police station and coastal protection project. During the visit, President Dr. Moizu also met with members of the Digura Island Council, the Women's Development Committee, and heads of local institutions to discuss the island's key development priorities. President Dr. Moizu assured participants that the government would give due consideration to their concerns. We will be back after Isha prayers.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته وارزقنا شفاعته برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
PSM ಗೆ ಟಿವಿ ಚಾನೆಲ್ ತಕ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಚಾನೆಲ್ ತ ಮಿಹಾರು PSM Air application nu tiya befrunna hile balalevene adi aduwa halevene duniye komme taagu huregen komme gadiyaku PSM ge channel ta balaluma avaha PSM Air app download kurava miharu app store na Google Play Store inves mi app download kollevene.
Welcome back to PSM News in English. President Dr. Mohammad Muizzu issues a presidential decree to conduct a referendum on the jurisdiction of Addu city, following a petition from some residents requesting changes to the composition of the Addu City Council. The referendum will determine whether separate councils should be established for Addu Fedu, Addu Hurudu and Addu Midu. Voters will also decide whether to create a single council, Addu Hulumidu Council, to administer both Addu Hurudu and Addu Midu. The decree was necessitated by ongoing discussions regarding decentralized governance efficiency and local identity protection. The President authorized the referendum using powers conferred by the Constitution alongside the recently ratified General Referendum Act. The primary objective of the referendum is to seek the option of residents concerning the establishment of dedicated councils versus unified administration across selected wards. The referendum is scheduled to take place either on 24th or 25th October, with all eligible voters registered within the concerned islands permitted to participate, ensuring the final decision on local administrative composition is made by direct democratic mandate. President Dr. Moizu has affirmed that the government will remain impartial in the upcoming referendum. In a post on his official X account, the president underlined that the government has no preferred outcome in the referendum and reiterated that the administration would fully respect and implement the decision of the people. In accordance with his pledge, President Dr. Mohammad Moizu designates Kuradu Faru and two lagoons as part of Omadu Alif Dal Atoll. The decision aims to facilitate development projects that will bring economic benefits to the community, including initiatives in tourism. The President's office said the change was formalized by amending the presidential decree, which specifies the inhabited islands of the Maldives. It added the amendments were made under the authority of the Decentralization Act, and the revised list of inhabited islands has been published in the Government Gazette. The announcement comes amid President Dr. Moizu's ongoing trip to the inhabited islands of Alif Dal Atoll. During the trip, the President will meet island councils, women's development committees, WDCs, and institutional heads to discuss community development priorities. He will also engage directly with residents to listen to their concerns and gain insight into their well-being. The three-day trip commences with Dangati as the first destination. The government defends the use of a long-range acoustic device, LRAD, by police to disperse demonstrators during an opposition-led protest last Friday, affirming that the technology has been in operational use since 2013. Minister of Homeland Security and Technology Ali Ihsan confirmed the deployment of the LRAD during the protest organized by the Maldivian Democratic Party, MDP, following criticism on social media over the device's use. Authorities stated that the protest was broken up under lawful authority after participants allegedly violated public order regulations. Police cited specific actions by demonstrators, including confronting officers, removing and throwing barricades, attempting to seize police shields, and engaging in unlawful conduct after obtaining a shield. In a statement shared on social media, Minister Ihsan outlined the history of LRAD deployment by the Maldives Police Service MPS. The LRAD 100X model used in the recent dispersal had previously been deployed during a demonstration in May 2023. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum says she is confident her government will reach a favorable agreement with the United States and other nations regarding trade and will in parallel present developments in a plan to boost local tech. Sheinbaum said her government would in the coming weeks present advances in Made in Mexico projects developing electrical vehicles, semiconductors, satellites and drones as part of a plan aligned with the changing trade environment. She said the plan includes developing a local artificial intelligence laboratory. Elected last year and benefiting from approval ratings surpassing 70%, the climate scientist and former Mexico City mayor has spent much of her term navigating a complex relationship with the United States, Mexico's top trade partner. Latin America's number 2 economy has been largely spared the brunt of Trump's administration tariffs thanks to a free trade agreement with the US and Canada that is up for review next year. Meanwhile, Mexico has also announced its own set of tariffs on countries with which it does not hold trade agreements, notably China, which analysts have seen as a response to pressure from Washington as it wages a trade war with Beijing. As she presented her government's accomplishments during her first year in office, Sheinbaum reiterated her government's commitment to protecting the nation's sovereignty. France's new Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu and his government resigns, hours after Lecornu announced his cable lineup cabin lineup, making it the shortest lived in modern French history, driving stocks and euro sharply lower. The swift resignation was unexpected and marked another major deepening of France's political crisis. It came after allies and foes alike threatened to topple the new government. Speaking after tendering his resignation, Lecornu blamed the collapse on the inability of political parties to compromise. Lecornu was prime minister for only 27 days. The far-right National Rally immediately urged President Emmanuel Macron to call on snap parliamentary election. The hard-left France on board said Macron himself must go. The E1 World Championship, the world's first all-electric powerboat racing series, makes its African debut in Lagos on Saturday, October 4th, marking a milestone in its global expansion. The penultimate round of Season 2 brings the series to its fourth continent. E1 plans to expand to 12 teams from 9 and increase the number of races to 15 from 7. The championship is seeking 20 million euros of fresh capital and is targeting a valuation of 500 million euros by 2030. Basso said talks with investors, including several high-net-worth individuals, are ongoing. On the water, Team Rafa reclaimed the championship, led from Team Brady by a single point after finishing second in Saturday's qualifying race. Team Brady is owned by National Football League legend Tom Brady, and Team Rafa is associated with tennis star Rafael Nadal. Brady's team was hampered by technical issues.
It's been a wonderful experience. I've not seen this kind of water race before. I've seen Formula One, I've seen professional golfers, but this is my first experience with the water something, and it's been a wonderful experience for me.
Spectators welcomed the event. E1's Racebird boats use zero-emission electric propulsion and foil technology to reduce environmental impact. Basso said the series also supports coastal conservation and marine research. The event marks a significant expansion for the championship, which is bringing sustainable motorsport to new audiences across the globe. Thousands of spectators packed the narrow streets of Hong Kong's Tai Hang neighborhood night to witness the century-old Fire Dragon Dance, a dazzling spectacle that lit up the city ahead of the Mid-Autumn Festival. Dating back more than 140 years, the traditional performance featured over 300 participants parading a 67-meter-long dragon through the tightly packed streets. The dragon, covered with tens of thousands of burning incense sticks, wound its way past cheering crowds as onlookers raised their phones to capture the fiery scene. During an intermission, performers remove half-burnt incense sticks from the dragon and hand them out to spectators, a symbolic gesture said to bring good luck, blessings, and good health for the year ahead.
It's the best dragon show that I've ever seen. It's so amazing. I'm so happy to be here and to be able to see it. Yeah, wow, what a major event, and especially with all these dancers and participants, and it's all peaceful, you know, so that is really amazing. I think so well organized, and yeah, it's a very good experience for everybody to celebrate together. Such a good start for wow.
The Fire Dragon Dance originated as a ritual to drive away plague in Tai Hang in the late 19th century. In 2011, it was inscribed on China's national list of intangible cultural heritage. The celebration spans 3 nights, including the Mid-Autumn Festival itself. And that's all we have for now. Thank you for watching. Wish you all a pleasant day ahead.